If you're a video creator, you already know the importance of having a great lens and a great camera. But sometimes it's a little bit more challenging to get your audio sorted out. Maybe you can't get the microphone where you want it to be, and maybe there's some limitations on getting the sound focused on your subject. Well, today we're going to be talking about a great option from Sony, the ECM-W2BT wireless microphone and transmitter, and the ECM-LV1. I'm Derek from Sony. Let's check it out. The Bluetooth wireless ECM-W2BT and the stereo lavalier ECM-LV1 can work independently, but they can also work together to give you a lot of creativity and flexible options for giving you clear, clean audio with less noise. So to kind of start off, I want to show how the ECM-LV1 and the ECM-W2BT work in tandem really effectively. And that's going to be because of the fact that the ECM-W2BT offers a high quality and stable Bluetooth connection that can give you a range of up to about 600 feet. So I don't know how much space is behind me, but we're going to see how far we can get, and we'll go from there. So you can probably tell that even though I'm walking further and further away, I've got the lavalier here, which I'm actually going to clip on in a second and just keep walking backwards and see how far we can get. So we'll do a little audio test to make sure it's still connected. I assume that it is, and we'll keep going. So I do want to make a quick mention that I do have a 35mm lens on the camera right now, so I definitely probably am going to be pretty small in the picture, but the fact that I can still have clean audio attached without having to worry about it is definitely something. So I'm way back here. I have no idea how far this is, but this is about as far as I can actually walk right now. So as I walk back, I am going to show too that I am actually using the, excuse the noise there, this is the ECM-LV1 that I have connected to the receiver, the ECM-W2BT. And just to kind of verify that this is not the magic of editing, this is actually me using this microphone out here, and this distance is pretty ridiculous, so it definitely gives you a lot of creative capability. It also enables you to be a lot more flexible with how you use it, including a built-in clip. So if you wanted to clip it to your shirt or something, you could do that as a great hands-free option. Additionally, with the little clip that it comes with, you can actually use that as a stand if you wanted to set it up on a table to record something like a group interview. On the transmitter, you'll find an attenuation switch that can be either off, or you can set it to -10 or -20 decibels. This will help control the incoming signal if you're recording in a very loud environment, or if you have a really loud presenter. And you can also use a transmitter as a handheld microphone if you needed to record somebody that's with you that isn't pre-mic'd. Similar to the transmitter, the receiver also has the two indicator lights letting you know that it is connected with Bluetooth as well as has power, and you'll also find a USB port for charging. What's going to be very different is going to be how you set the power. That's going to be the analog, off, and digital setting. Off is obviously what you want to keep it at when you're not using the microphone. Digital will be where you want to set it to when you have it connected to a camera with the multi-interface shoe. This will allow the receiver to then send the signal digitally to the camera for recording. Now, if you set the slider to the mic out analog, that allows you to plug in a 3.5mm cable on the side, and the receiver will send an analog signal out to another device. Now, that could be to a camera that maybe doesn't support the multi-interface shoe, or it could be something like a digital recorder. And finally, the most interesting slider on the receiver is going to be the receiver mix and mic slider. So this is going to actually tell the receiver how it's going to record its audio. The easiest one is going to be, of course, the mic. When you have it set to mic, only the input from the transmitter will be the audio that it is going to record. Now, this obviously is going to be probably the most common use, but if you want to get a little bit more flexible or more creative, you can use the other two modes as well. So with the mix setting, not only are you going to record the audio from the transmitter, but you're also going to record the audio that's going in around the receiver itself. So this allows you to kind of capture a little bit more of the ambient sound, perhaps, so you can have your subject off in the distance and capture some ambient sounds nearby where the camera is for a little bit more perspective. Additionally, if you were doing an interview with somebody, you could give them the transmitter and you could be by the camera, and it would record both and give you that capability. And finally, you have the receiver option. This is going to be, after hearing that, a little bit more obvious that it's going to be audio just from the receiver. So obviously, if you're doing a quick vlog and it's just you, you may not need the transmitter, especially if you're behind the camera. It might make more sense to just use the receiver. And finally, a quick look at the ECM-LV1 lavalier microphone. So this little lavalier microphone does offer a 360-degree swivel on it, so if you have to get it clipped on a weird angle, you could still adjust it to be level because it does have a stereo input of left and right. And it does support a 3.5mm jack, so anything that supports a microphone input of 3.5mm, this will work with. But I honestly think the best way to use it is going to be with the ECM-W2BT. It just makes that so much easier. I really want to use it for pretty much all my videos going forward, but we'll see if I'm that lucky. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this helps you learn a little bit about what are the capabilities of the ECM-W2BT and the ECM-LV1 microphones, especially how they work together to give you a little bit more of a creative edge in your video creation. If you do have any other additional questions, make sure you check out Sony.com. I'm Derek from Sony. Thanks for watching.